Hi, here's a quick tutorial to help you acclimatize better with BaseCamp. So once you log in and you created your ID and all of that's done, you'll basically end up at the projects page. And this is where you and I will be sharing most of the work we'll be doing together. So for this case, we'll be using the example of Golf Bahrain. So you can see the various team members over here on it, and you can see the title and when it was updated last. You also have the ability to favorite the project in case you have multiple projects. And once you refresh it, you'll see that the order should change. It should come up to the left. Okay, so that's done. So what we do is we simply click on it to enter into the project. And so this is everything that's Golf Bahrain. Okay, so once you open up the project, you may see a lot of information, but don't worry, it's very simple to understand. So the first thing that we see on any project is usually the title, and then that's followed by the 4 basic things we can do on BaseCamp, which is to create discussions, to create lists, also known as to-dos, share files, and time events. Okay, and yeah, so this is then followed by your latest project feed. So this allows you to see who's updated what, who's commented where, if someone shared a file, if someone's been invited. So this gives you the latest updates as to what's going on in the project. Okay, and then we sort of fall into a default format of information layout with BaseCamp. So first up we have discussion, and this gives us a general idea of who's saying what to whom and who's sharing what files in general. So over here you can see that Robert has given me some message on the task of Bahrain, as you can see over here as well. And this is sort of giving me a feeler about what he's discussing and the files he's attached. This gives me an overall preview. Okay, right. The next part is the to-do lists. So over here you can see I've made multiple lists ranging in all sorts of ideas and processes. So for example, we have a deadline for March 25th to April 10th. And then we have something regarding the website. We have another deadline for April 16th. And we have a someday list, which is like a hobby list we can add to the end. Okay, so how the listing usually works is that we simply create an add a to-do list and we give it a title. So we can give it the title of test, T-I-T-L-E, and you can simply save it. And you can add things to it, such as thing 1, thing 2. Wow, my spellings are off today. T-H-I-N-G, thing 2. Okay, and we have the option then to assign it to somebody. So you can assign it, for example, you can assign it to me, and in this way we can assign it to my alias ID. Okay, and we also have an ability to set a deadline. So let's say I want to finish thing 1 by the 18th, and I need to finish off thing 2 by 16th. Yeah, so that's how the things list functions. Okay, so then we scroll down to the next part, which is the files. And here you can see basically all the files that get uploaded. So you can see I've given some website samples. Robert has just reverted back with some documents regarding the domain registration, and which is again catering to the same thing. So it's just same information laid out in different sort of formats to help you understand and associate everything better. Okay, so the next part of BaseCamp is understanding how we interact with each other. So we've created a list and we'd like to discuss something. So we'd like to say, okay, I need certain raw materials for thing. Let me just get this right. CD is kicking up. Okay, so I need to add a comment. Okay, I need paper and glue for this. Paper and glue for this. And you can simply select the teams you want to email this to. Perhaps I just want to send it to the entire Golf Bahrain. And that's it. So I won't send this because this is an active project. Otherwise they'll all get confused as to why do I need paper and glue. But that's about sums up. They'll respond and it'll come back under this setting. So let me just show you another example of an active discussion. So we can show you something. Okay, so you can see the mock-up design. So here I've commented out, and then I've sent some images across, which are containing the mockup website, done in Photoshop, of course. And here you can see Robert has given me some comments and some tips. He's saying that superb, and yeah, and then I've responded back to him. So this is how it keeps on going. So it's just back and forward. And the best part is that everybody gets to see what's happening. So even if people are not commenting, like Gloria and Roland, who are not commenting on this, they still get to see everything that's happening. Okay, so with that done, all that's left is to explain the events. Now the events are a little special and a little different from discussions, to-dos, and files. And how they work is they sort of interact in the background. So let's say in this case we have the test title, task list, and in this we have thing 1, and this has certain dates set on it. So you have the 18th and the 16th. And what the event does is that it opens up a calendar view for you, and you can sort of see thing 2 and thing 1 spread over the calendar. You can also make some custom events, like let's say the team is meeting up for the discussion, or maybe a photo session. Okay, as always, my spellings are a little off. Okay, photo session, dress in dress in white. Please, and you can give them a time of 4 p.m. Okay, so this is the basic sort of setup, and here you can invite some other people so that they can add it to their calendar perhaps. So for this example, we'll be adding my alias ID. And again, this is an active project, so I won't be adding this event, but this gives you a general idea about how to go around adding events to BaseCamp. Okay, no, don't do that. And yeah, so if you have any more questions regarding BaseCamp, or if you need any more tips and advice, you can always email me, or you can just use the active BaseCamp project to communicate with me faster. All right, thank you.